let's take the story further now. We are joined by Dr. Sam Koma, a governance expert. Dr. Koma, thank you so much for your time. So just having listened to ActionSA leader Herman Mashaba, I mean, he's been very consistent, you know, even going into before the elections, and adamant and very vocal on his stance, you know, as it relates to the ANC, stating that, you know, he would never enter into a coalition with the ANC. What do you then make of this decision, you know, following the party's Senate meeting over the weekend? What can we read into this?
Yes, good afternoon, Onati. Thanks for the opportunity. So the party, that is the ActionSA, through the media briefing, has publicly admitted that the 2024 national election outcome has ushered a new era in our country and in our politics, and that speaks to the whole issue of political cooperation and also having to agree with your opponents on a number of issues as part of adopting a political program. So you can see that in their Senate meeting, the party considered the issue of rethinking its own political program and strategy in how it engages with its opponents on a number of issues as it pertains to the following metros. And it is now evident that both ActionSA and the ANC have agreed on some political program, which also has to do with political power sharing. So in the media briefing, the president of ActionSA, Mr. Mashaba, said they are now going to support the ANC in assuming the executive role in the city of Joburg, that is allowing the ANC to field its own mayoral candidate, because it is now clear that they want the removal of Mr. Kwamanda as the sitting executive mayor, and they will then take the legislative arm of the city of Joburg in terms of the speaker position and also the chair of the municipal council committees. The same will obtain in the city of Ekurhuleni. The ANC will assume the executive role, including the MACOM positions, and also as ActionSA will assume the speaker position and the other positions that pertains to chairing the committees of the municipal council. And that also will extend in the city of Tshwane. He was quite clear that they want the speaker position in the city of Tshwane. So this is what I dissent from their media briefing, that they're willing to unite with their political opponent and still oppose the very same political opponent on a number of issues.
I mean, the problem here comes because we did experience, you know, a number of political parties saying that they are coming into a partnership at various metros. But because there is no firm agreement, we've seen how, you know, when these metros fall apart and these agreements fall apart, rather, how service delivery is really, you know, it just basically stands at a standstill. I mean, when you look at the Johannesburg Metro as an example, I mean, this is a metro that is faced by a number of service delivery challenges, including water and power challenges, violent crime, high unemployment, crumbling infrastructure, hijacked buildings, etc., etc. How much of a shake-up are we then likely to see at local municipal level, particularly in Gauteng? You know, when we have to listen to parties like ActionSA saying that they will, from time to time, get into partnership with the ANC.
Yes, you're quite right with that. So the only way to stabilize the metros and by extension the other municipalities that are under some coalition arrangement is for the current National Assembly to consider adopting and also passing the bill which is before Parliament. That is the Municipal Structures Amendment Bill, which was initiated by the previous administration, which seeks to limit the frequency of the motions of no confidence against a sitting speaker, the council chief whip, and also the executive mayor or the mayor of a municipality. So that piece of legislation or the bill, it's an attempt to bring some political stability in the manner in which these metros and also broadly municipalities are run. And that bill says or provides that the motion of no confidence will only be tabled once in a period of 12 months. So we'll see how the current assembly will proceed to immediately consider debating and also adopting this bill, which eventually will be assented to by President Ramaphosa as a way to bring some kind of institutional arrangement which will infuse stability in the running of our municipalities. So the jury's still out on that one.
Yeah, very quickly, Dr. Koma, how, when we look at, the dynamics of other parties that are also, in this particular province and don't necessarily believe in the government of national unity, do you see, and I mean, you've mentioned accountability, that actually holding and seeing a change within this particular government, which again, we've seen, of course, how the ANC provincially has not gone that national route?
Yeah, I think as ActionSA rightly put it, the outcome of the 2024 national election has ushered a new era, which requires political cooperation. And that's the reason ActionSA says we'll cooperate with the ANC in the running of the metros, but will oppose the sitting provincial government, which is led by the ANC in the Gauteng provincial legislature. So they're saying we'll take an opposition role, will participate in the provincial legislature, but when it comes to the metros, we have agreed to introduce a political program that seeks to, one, ensure that there is affordable housing that is provided to the residents of Gauteng, and agreeing on the reversing of the decision to impose the 200 rands surcharge prepaid tariff as part of this a political program they want to implement as part of course, introducing a new way of engaging as an opposition party in the context of the Gauteng provincial legislature. But they're saying when it comes to the metros, we'll assume the legislative arm, which is to play an oversight role, ensure that there is accountability and also consequence management over the executive for failing to fulfill its executive obligations and responsibilities.
Dr. Koma, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Of course, Dr. Sam Koma is a governance expert, just speaking to us there about the dynamics that we are likely to see and experience in the Johannesburg Metro following that briefing, of course, by ActionSA.